Hello and welcome back to the North South, a bear defeating shoe here. That's because I will have my vengeance on Monokuma for what he did to Alter Ego. Even though Alter Ego came back to save me in the glory of everything, I am still very much pissed about the entire murder of Alter Ego. And, obviously, Alter Ego's creator, but Alter Ego is a bit more important now due to the creation of a very great AI. So anyway, we're nearing the end. We're technically ended the 5th chapter last stream. Kind of haven't started the 6th one yet, because it's kind of an interlude in between most chapters. So we're in the interlude. But this means we're nearing the end. Which may or may involve not another class trial, which I'm very interested to see if it has or not. Or more importantly, if it does have a class trial, will it have the manga? It didn't have the manga last time. Why didn't it have the manga? I'm yelling. I'm annoyed by the lack of manga. Why didn't the last class trial have a manga? It really put me off. I was certain that my reasoning of no manga had showed up yet, so we clearly couldn't be done. But it was never there, and instead I was almost killed. Fun. No manga! So rude. But with this, I at least have the opportunity to, screw Monokuma over, so I'll take it. I really like that opportunity. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. A bunch of assholes, if you ask me. Those same people who put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. Oh, I must screw with them more than anyone can ever imagine, or at least to the limitation of what the game allows me to, which I really hope is very far. The most desperately awful. Yeah, the most desperately awful group of people ever. Almost as awful as the bear they're controlling him, so they're kind. Whoever's behind the Monokuma is gonna get screwed. That is the mastermind's true identity. Multiple people! Our enemy has finally been revealed. Well, I mean, we have now declared that it's multiple people, but at the same time we also declare that the mastermind works alone, because they couldn't control Monokuma and monitor it at the same time. So it might have started with multiple people, but it most definitely, for the most time, has only been one. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Do I have to talk to you for you to, use the, key? Or can I just go to the door? I'm gonna try the door. Nope. But we have a way to open this door. Yeah, I have to talk to you. Kyoko, use the key! Please! Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room.
Hey.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of our ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't understand why you would part with that at all. That would be a terrible plan. And it could open any door in the school, right? Including the one behind us that is very much vital for our escape.
So yo.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Can we do it now? Hey, Kyoko. We can use the key of yours to open this door, right?
So.
Let's find out. What do you mean, find out? Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes! It opened! My revenge!
Hey.
And now we can get out of it. Let's go. Sounds good. Very good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pits. And oh boy, this place, if it weren't for the fact that I have been here for close to a day now, it would have smelled awful. And now I smell awful instead. And I'm still fairly certain that Makoto haven't showered, at least in his room, during the entire stay at the school after Sayaka's death. So, yeah. Dear God, Makoto. Finally. We're finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death, deadly life. That's a long-ass ultimate title. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. I, of course, was at the top, because if not, I feel like Yoko may or may not have just, stepped on my head and made me fall very quickly. Probably during the first few steps, but still. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. How did I survive that fall? Seriously? How did you survive that fall?
Ne.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. Yeah, that'll work. So, Kyoko, there's something I want to ask once we're here in this perilous situation. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
それは
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family has always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
違うわ
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
そう
Because we take pride in it. Okay. But pride?
ええ
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. What do you mean? If you are after the absolute truth, you're after justice in a very certain essence of justice. Well, okay, you don't represent justice, you just want the truth. And whatever people do with the truth. They do what they want. Okay, I can kind of see that, actually. But for the most part, if you actually find the real truth, will lead to justice. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
そうね
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's a source of pride. Pride. It's all about pride with you now. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
でも
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh?
私は
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
え
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Uh-huh. Wait, what? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
違うわ
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
だけど
There is something I want to say to him, though. What?
私は
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. But what is it?
それは
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
だけど
but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
So,
If that's true, then I need you to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. You're starting to sound like Mr. Togami! And I don't like that. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had a chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative, more emotional.
私は
I don't blame him, you know? He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
だけど
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
それは
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
でも
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day.
私は
His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
そう
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family? You just cut him out like that?
違うわ
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
ね
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I'm so shocked to hear her say that. Something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. Really awkward silence. Well, at least I lost my focus on the fact that this is very high up and I will very much die if I fall now. Perhaps. I still don't understand how I survived the first fall. And after I didn't know how long, we finally reached the top. Where does this lead then? Looks like this is it.
Hey.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back, right?
そうよ
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that this is where we'll come out. Oh, that makes sense. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand up and pushed against the hatch. And presto! The hatch opened with ease, and so... It looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Are you sure about that? So, now what do we do? Like, seriously, I don't have a plan. I want revenge on a bear, but I don't know what to do. I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but the mastermind finds out. I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
ね
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
じゃあ
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Uh-huh.
つまり
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait. That's...
でも
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you're thinking is going to happen isn't.
だって
Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
それは
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment when the mastermind let her guard down. There was?
そう
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we can go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
ええ
Monokuma should be in the gym.
行きましょうか
Get going. Okay. Go to gym! I will assume that, in theory, Kyoko is now wandering with me. But, Kyoko, we have not showered. We need to get to the gym. Come on. Kyoko, we have been down in the garbage for a very long time. We have climbed immense amounts of stairs. We smell like shit. Fine. If we're lucky, the bear has actually a sense of smell in that robotic body of his. We can take revenge by the power of smell and odor. I'm running out of ideas how to take revenge on this bear. But some form of punishment shall be delivered. Oi, bear! Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
何
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
そう
do whatever you feel you have to. What?
でも
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
もし
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
は
Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
だって
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
つまり
I was supposed to be chosen as a blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
でも
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The result of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
そう
And in response to that unexpected development,
そうよ
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto, the blackened, and trying to execute him. You made a choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
だけど
But there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
そうなんでしょ
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuro. You did. Haha, called it!
いいわね
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto.
Yeah!
And you can prove this, right?
そう
No, I can't. just say it like that.
What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
別にいいじゃない。
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
そうよ。
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
Boom, boom.
And you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
だって
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by despair you so love to inspire.
でも
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
なんだよ。
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence. Fair enough.
ええ
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
ね
If we are to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
えそうよ。
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
いいわね。
Despair can never kill hope.
ね
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. Now, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
そうするべきよ。
then I suggest you take my advice.
So, what is this advice of yours?
そうね。
You do Makoto's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial. Ah, that's why there was no manga of it. Because we're making it this time. This makes sense.
そこで最後の
It's
勝
time
負をし
for
ましょ
one
う。
last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
ね
Well, what would make that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind himself. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Oh, they're gonna accept it, they don't have a choice.
Interesting.
クマ。
Very interesting indeed.
Barry?
どうかしたクマ。
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for better jokes! Yeah, that was barely a good joke, wasn't it? Now, what you're suggesting... Now, what you suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
つまり
Does that mean you accept?
君たち。
If you do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And will cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your task. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
楽しみクマ。
Let's have one final grisly showdown.
He agreed. What a bunch of terrible bear puns. And we still have one shot at us.
クマ。
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
君たち。
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries.
That's right. Every last mystery that's pawning around the school. If you can do that,
楽しみクマ。
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
Yeah, now I feel like I do like to qualify, but he is stretching now. He's running out.
そうね。
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
君たち。
then you win. But if you can't do all of that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
いいわね。
When we have uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
ね
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
どうかしたクマ
I remember that. For sure. So what?
えね
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement.
You don't have to be suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that.
Huh? Icarus trial's no exception. Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mikuro.
It's very polarizing approach. I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What?
ね
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden?
怒ってるん
I'm
だ
done
よ
talking! I got nothing left to say to you! So get lost, would ya?
He flips like a coin, honestly, in his mood. Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Shoot!
Yep, okay, I'm going. I just... You're really gonna let me go?
ほい
I don't even care anymore. Go away. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need you to start getting ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
うぷぷ
I can't do such a long laugh.
ね
Come on, Makuro, let's go. No? Okay.
ぷぷぷ
Why is this laugh longer? I can't laugh for this long.
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. It seemed like he didn't have control over his laughter as he was screaming about how long it was. And just like that, we were out of the gym.
Help me! I can't stop laughing!
I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than I expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Thank you, Kyoko! You saved my life! Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
だけど
No thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. But yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
それは
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
だって
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. What do you mean? So, when was it the mastermind let their guard down?
それは
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast their school live to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
ね
What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
そうよ
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
だけど
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
つまり
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
それは
They had to show the world something no matter the cost. Us killing each other. He wanted to show the world.
どうやら
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
つまり
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that to the world. But why?
そう
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point? Why would he prove a point with that? That's stupid!
ね
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. That you're talking about hope, right?
えそうよ
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair, and probably a nut job or two. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope. But that's ridiculous.
そうね
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. You know, edgelords and such. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
苗木くん
I know how angry it must make you, and yet... That same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
つまり
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored the rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
少なくとも
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves, right?
そうよ
That's precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. They should have made more. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
そう
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all the proper rules to get me killed. But I have to say, it's been a really long time. Like, we haven't referenced Junko other than her appearing in the class trial since the first chapter, due to, you know, just casually being murdered. And then the entire focus shifted to Sayaka, who also had been murdered. But we had to solve that case, and Junko's just kinda, nah, she got punished, so, you know, she died. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
そうね
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. He attempted to kill you instead, who also was not a killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
ええ
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in a perfect form.
つまり
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
だけど
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
違うわ
In the end, I thought I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. Gambling. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I had shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
だけど
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we have done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
そう
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. We have to avenge the 5th chicken. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
ね
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone?
えでも
Is that really possible? Huh?
とにかく
Anyway, right now we have to go find the
行
others.
きましょうか
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Okay. Hang on, I'm gonna have a sip of water.
Remember to drink liquids.
It's good for you. When you remember and know that you need to do it.
There's a way. Go to the spare hotel.
Okay, where are people according to the map of Mapness? Let's see. Kyoko is here with me somewhere, and everyone else is unknown. So maybe the 2nd floor? I will assume 2nd floor. No. Kyoko, where are ya? I know you're here somewhere. According to the map, you are. Where are you? No? Am I blind? I feel blind. Kyoko! The map said you're here. Why aren't you let me in? This gate is still locked. Is it really not gonna open until this is all over? Is that gonna be a thing that opens up at the end of the game when I'm officially over and there's some fun things at the other floor? Probably. Where could people be? Probably not cafeteria, but maybe. And suddenly, we were greeted with... How on earth am I supposed to do that sound? I just have to think of it. That's the closest I have to that. You again. Is he broken? I suppose emotional instability reached its limits.
61.
Jeez, what the heck?
でも
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
苗木だよね。
Hi, everyone! They're alive! That's good. Is that Makoto?
みんなやっぱり苗木だ。どの角度から見ても苗木だよ。
Don't worry, Azuro. I'm not a ghost.
あら生きてたのね
まったくゴキブリ並みのしぶとさだな。
念のために聞いとくけど幽霊じゃねえよな。
I just said so! Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
なんだ
Wait, what's that smell? You finally noticed! After all the... Oh, right, yeah, the garbage bin. Yeah. Are you just adjusted to my normal scent? Because that is not a good one either.
なんだこりゃ。
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks! It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Seriously, just wet dog? I thought it would be way worse. Okay.
Get away. Shoot. Shoot.
And in a flash, my test dried up. Should I leave to take a shot now, Byakuya? I'm gonna go and rub myself on you a bit. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
そうだ
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Though I have learned nothing other than make friends with computers.
Ooh.
Makoto, what is it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
だべ
Did you get to talk to her? Who? It's Cleo! No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I assume I won't be getting information about it, but I will still ask just in case. So you didn't get to talk to her, huh?
リアルな話
Sounds like you lack discipline. I lack discipline? Are you saying anything new?
リ
Okay.
アルな話
Does that mean I can talk to Byakuya again to get more info? Nope, just the same. As in, so what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And no dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go find new clues? Well, we have the master key with us now, so now we can just casually walk into those locked rooms. Yeah, you stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while there. You know, like a dog. The smell is smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. What do you mean worse? I've been in garbage. Of course I smell worse than you. I win. Good for you. I guess. Allow me to just back away. He seems happy for some reason. I'ma just not converse with you. Let's just... There we go. Hey, Kyoko. Now what?
大樹くん
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. Am I allowed to have a shower? Please. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma. Oh, right, yeah, that, then shower.
なんだ
Explain? Explain what exactly? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
そうね
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
つまり
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously?
どうだってな
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? Oh, right, yeah, they believe I did committed murder. Yet they still treat me very nicely. Interesting. No, I didn't do it. Like, I keep telling you. I haven't actually told you that yet, have I?
違うわ
Makoto isn't a killer. And of course, it's not me either, or any of you. Then, who is it?
なるほどな
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. Right? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
そうよ
That's right, it was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it. That wasn't what I did, I just kinda took a gamble. I didn't spot jack crap.
だけど
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
なんだと
You spotted a trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know,
でも
had trust. But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. I mean, in all honesty, the mastermind could have just revealed, no, it was Makoto, it was me, and then killed everyone, but that would have been a terrible TV show. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed. Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you needed, didn't you? You sly dog.
そう
Very observant of you.
当然だ。
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to. Hey! I'm totally in the dark here. Someone fill me in. I don't know what's going on. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. Do not bother me with this.
So knowing all this, what do we do now?
それってさ
It's about to kill Bukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
でも
But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
とにかく
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Everyone!
なのよ
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us?
I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master.
I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
とにかく
Anyway, at this point, the only way to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I say. This game is interesting once more.
でも
But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school mysteries, is a pretty tall friggin' order, I tell ya. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we can solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh?
私は
I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone.
What do you mean?
You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
ええ
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us a little hint of his... A hint.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing game began are those 16 students.
なるほどな。
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
つまり
It means the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says. Then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
つまりだ。
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of them. There were 15... no, this is Toko. Why did I read who it was? There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
そうだ。
One of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive, are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? You can't be serious. Well, wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us.
Eh.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Are they doing it with their toes? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
でも
I care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
そうじゃねえのか
Then maybe Monokuma was an autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. You know, Galaxy Brain 5D chess style. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Or if he managed to do that, he wouldn't have gotten caught, because, you know, he would be a super genius among all others. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. But, well, maybe, but still. Oh dear.
校内放送です。お前ら、すでにご承知かと思いますが、これからこの殺し合い学園生活は真の怪盗編へと突入します。
I feel like it's trying to tell me that I'm nearing the end of the game.
そこで公平を期すために、学園内の部屋のロックはすべて解除しちゃいます。
Woo!
好きに調べてちょうだいな。思う存分、謎を解いてちょうだいな。
Well, I know which door I want to go through.
うぷぷ。では、学級裁判でお会いしましょう。
Okay. How very magnate. Why is this word hard? Magnanimous. Magnanimous? I'm giving up on this word. I'm gonna have to look up. I don't even know what that word specifically means. I don't believe I ever come across this word. I am fascinated. I think to unlock all the rooms.
まあいいだろう。
The time to talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on walking alone from the beginning anyway.
戸上の何か
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. The might of the Togami family is beyond unparalleled of all your inadequacies. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility alone.
じゃあな。
Well done. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Yeah, Master. He didn't take me with him.
おいおい
Do you blame him? But Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream. Without the cream. Or coffee. So, cup. I really hope it's a cup left, because if not, I'm concerned about how you drink your coffee, bare-handed. You're totally useless! So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Yeah.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
だべ
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. Wait, how come?
どうだってな
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. I know what I'm doing. After all, I'm 100% correct 30% of the time on the good days. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
学士
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? Are you gonna go with me so that I have a secretary for this last task? You know, just like I did the first time with Sayaka forcing himself to be my secretary, followed by Kyoko just kind of dragging me around, followed by Byakuya dragging me even more forcefully around. And now you, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. I can't do this on my own. I'm hopeless. I'll guess I'd do the same thing. Oh, come on!
でも
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
だって
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say.
でも
But still,
I know I'm mostly been totally useless. So I figured, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us I'll get out of here. I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Peter was in surprisingly high spirits as he dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Eh.
Indeed. Well, let's have a talk. So, you're gonna go over your own too, right, Coco?
だけど
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
それは
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can go back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
じゃあ
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
そう
Monokuma said all the doors to the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
苗木くん
Doctor, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. Isn't one of the people in this... who was in this room for a moment ago. Someone else. Probably. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Hopefully. Investigate! He also start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. He had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mikuro Ikisama, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the domes where the gate was down before. That should be open too now, as well. After that, I have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden, the dojo... Okay, time to get started. Nice! I have a checklist. Places to check has been added to the Drupal section of Handbook. That's convenient and very nice because I have a lot of places to go. Now, first of all, I have to do a very important thing. This is my room. I can't afford to go in and just sit around all day. No, I was gonna take a shower. I have been up for a very long time. I've been in a garbage pile and I have been climbing a way too long of a ladder. I smell horrible. But okay, I guess I'll just warn everyone about my scent by my, well, imminent approach. Well then, next step would be... the store. It's time to do some gambling. Mana! The mighty Mana machine. How many do I have to gamble now, though? To have a chance. Dropping it down to 9. 36! I can do this twice. Oh! That's new, I think. Oh, lucky! Come on. Give me good stuff. Please. That seems new. Lucky! Gambling is going great. I've already had that one. Can I complain? I didn't like it. No? Okay. Oh dear. Well, I don't really have much for the last one. Come on. Ooh, scissors. Lucky! Is this because I keep throwing in so many medals? Come on. ball of yarn or something. I don't know. And the last gamble. 20%. Not a good chance. I think that's new. Good enough for me. I should probably get going. Yeah, I have a crime to solve. Now then, the first room I want to check out is the bare face. Because there has to be a room that is the Monokuma control room. And out of them, I will suspect it's the bare face. Mostly because they went from monitoring to controlling Monokuma very quickly. So it had to be in close proximity, and it's easier to hide the fact that you're now going over to Monokuma to control it if you're still in the same room. Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder what about that Monokuma door. So I figured, if all the doors in school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that would be really sucky. So, you open it? Oh, okay. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Yeah, I assume it's more of she's too afraid to actually take a chance, but hopes that I am brave enough, I guess. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Oh wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to the nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead! Right. Everything will be okay. Right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There's a Monokuma control panel. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, wow, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same. Now this is a VR game setup. Well, not really, because it's just a bunch of screens rather than VR. I mean, every part of this school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but this place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. Yes. How many things is there to watch? There's 2 things. Let's start with this one. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control pad. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Give me probably freak out if you saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean... Alright, let's start poking at it, or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. He was already jabbing away at the control panel. Beep, bop, boop, bop, beep, bop, bop. Huh? Did you hear that? Oh, it's a soundboard. Yeah, I think it came from the other room. You know, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was the button that says Data Center. Data Center. I took a good look at the control panel. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center... that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now. So I'll just, you know, cheer you on from here, right? Safety. Okay. I'm gonna go to the data center to find a Monokuma, right? That's what I assume. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey?
Yeah! Yeah! Give me all your donuts!
say, Hina. Is that you, Hina?
あれあれ
What? Oh man, busted. How'd you know?
はにゃはにゃ
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling, do you?
マジ
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
見つけ
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, do not push it.
残念
Oh man.
Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside, controls Monokuma. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma. Monokuma? What? For real? Yep, it looks like the panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
ね
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right.
でも
But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from her, that means they've been inside the school the whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true, yeah. But if that is true,
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
then the mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16 students. One of us at least. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Nice! The Monokuma control panel has been added to the truthful section of your handbook.
ね
What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
えだって
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't impossible, but, you know... I really hope it isn't true.
ね
So, like,
あ
you wanna
のさ
leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around, huh? Okay, you wanna get going? Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna be messing with buttons now and mess with every other student. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. But I don't wanna. There's a hatch. Allow me to look at the hatch.
ね
Hina. Oh no. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What's that? Ha! The door! It just locks on its it just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out for the door to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why?
にゃほほ
Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted.
Monokuma!
ほちょっと
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
あのね
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would be if the school mascot just stopped moving. Boring.
Then that room.
うんね
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room.
はい
Correctamundo.
そんなの嘘だよ
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone. Well, there was a hatch right beneath the chair, you know, that you didn't allow me to take a look at. So, I blame you.
うぷっぷ
Oh, you didn't, did ya? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
No way. Hatch on the floor.
Too bad. That was your one big chance, and you blew it. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever.
Okay, that at least relieves that annoyance.
Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating this room. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace out!
He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then, when I said we should leave, well, that a hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault. Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most out of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keep my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found. Thanks. You got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Peter took off at a full sprint. I have to do what I can, as well. That's the only way forward. Well, the only natural next room would be the principal office. I still wonder if this music room is going to be used for anything, because I don't think it's actually been used. Then again, those classrooms hasn't been used either. Could I headmaster's room? Because I have never been in a head. Oh dear. Why am I not surprised that Mr. Togami is in this room? This is the headmaster's room. I heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Allow me to ignore you for a little bit whilst I find other things to observe, like... a screen! Even in the headmaster's rooms there's a monitor. And a camera. Even in the headmaster's room there's a surveillance camera. And then there's this. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. And there's a bunch of books. The bookshelf seems really well made and is filled with files and thick books. Very thick. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Yes, please. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of the pathetically ostentatious desk. Ah, right, that's the thing that got stolen from me. Well, stolen. Plus, number 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro. Apparently, class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room... That's right, it also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in her, along with hers, there can be no doubt that Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy just like the rest of us. Mukuro Iksawa, the 16th student that we never got to meet. That must have been how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems like Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumbled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got to the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What? In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is this? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It's not in French this time, you imbecile. It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floated, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. Now, that statement seems a bit odd in my head. Been with a mercenary group for multiple years, not a single scar. And then you have the corpse of Mukuro, who has some wounds from days before. Did Mukuro actually get killed during that time, or has Mukuro been dead for a while? I'm really wondering here now, because there's so much things with Mukuro that doesn't add up at all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was. What's wrong, Makoto? Huh? You seem to be lost in thought. But I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in her? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough of you to figure out who the girl is. A further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is that maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right? That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy, then. Nice! Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of her handbook. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Oh, advice. Advice for me. You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not about getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh? The cost of that fate might be more than you can afford. What are you even saying? Just what I think, called a hunch. A hunch? But my hunch tends to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Floor documents! There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. I should clean that up at some point. And that's the student rooster. Yes, all of this has been read. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Okay, so we're part of the Ultimate Despair, which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then, why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? And that is everything in this room. Goodbye, Byakuya. At least you won't be locked in that room for all eternity. Now then, next room would be... Let's ask the list I was given. Locked rooms, so the headmaster's room, the biolab, the data center. The data center is the next one. Wait, not the data center, the biolab. To the biolab! Into the raw room. Wait, that's the wrong way. This way. Down the hall. Into the raw. What is this room? Oh. This is more of a morgue. Isn't it? Well, here I am in the biolab. It's cold. It's so cold. I didn't think I would ever say that. But apparently it's cold. It's like abnormally cold. Why is it like that? Huh. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? I don't understand. It's weird. Anyway. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. On the left side there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... not blue lights. Then there's top. There's a stack of tops here. I've been seeing a lot of these things lately. Okay, so that indicates that wherever that body came from has something to do with this place. This place would preserve a body, which means the body could be literally any body that we have encountered at this point. Of course, we did assume that it was a female's body, so that narrows it a bit down, and most definitely not Sakura's, because that would be a bit too obvious. But they could keep a body here. Ah, so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Fine. Where do I look to figure out why it's cold though? Oh, right, this side. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. Oops. I've seen something like this before. But that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Camera! I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is now. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. That's not safe. I feel like the notification of, hey, these are things of interest is very loud in this room. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we can also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automation system has activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our systems, anyone can keep your body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Let's open it. Okay, no, it's just the same. The right-hand lights are off. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. Nice! Biolab secret has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And about those lights by each slot. This looks like it's set up so that when the slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in the blue, another one of the victims is. Biolab lights has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So we have 8 here. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Leave the area. Okay, so step 1 now. I have to go report card. I'm alive, that's 1. Hyaka is alive, which is 2. Yasuhiro, which is 3. Kyoko, which is 4. Asahina, which is 5. Toko, which is 6. And that means out of the 16 students, we're missing 2. Because there were 8 in the morgue that had been put in them. And then there is the body in the garden. And then there is an 8th one that is missing. Which then is the killer, the mastermind, and everything in between. Never mind, the body's gone. My theory is broken. There's no body. Everything is ruined. I'm having a sip of a drink. Now what? That was my entire plan. It's gone. Look at his body. It's not here. Where'd it go? Did you eat it? The Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Well, I don't think it's related to the case, so I better keep my distance. Bye. Is the chicken back? He's not back. There's still just 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Suddenly, there's 7. Dear God, they're multiplying! Can I go into the shed? Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in there. There's one other thing. The top. The top played a key role in another case, so I better look into this. To the top! The killer used the top to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some kind of clue behind. Uh-huh. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the top, which says Biolab, which means that whoever used this would need access to the Biolab. Once again, the mastermind! It says Biolab. Then this originally came from the Biolab. Nice! Top has been added to the proof bullet section of your handbook. Fine, I can leave them. Bye! And we leave this room. And then we'll try to go back to the Biolab, I guess, in hope for the body. That's all I really need to check out. Oh, that's very nice of you, game, to just tell me I don't need to go back in there. Actually, might as well check the dojo first, since it's right next to it. Oh, Toko. Oh, Toko. This is where you are. What do you want? Am I so disgusting? You want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. No, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, I would have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back my precious time! I do recognize that feeling of just, okay, I thought this was a great idea. I'm trying it out. I wasted my time now, didn't I? I want it back! Calm down, Toko. Don't tell me to calm down. Can't tell me what to do. You have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, you're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. But nobody's got to say that. Master will. He would say that either way. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. But why would anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna leave. Thank you though for, letting me know there's nothing in there. To the biolab again! Hurrah! So, am I allowed to check for bodies? Because I feel like the body shouldn't be. Oh! Hang on, there's an extra number here now. I'm fairly certain this wasn't lit earlier, or we're blind and it always was. But still leaves the fact that we have one more tracer than we have, well, we're lacking one body, technically. There's a kind of weird machine or something built into the wall, and on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. There's some lights are on. One's on the left, the right-hand lights are off. Okay, I'm not allowed to check it, is that what you're saying? Are you telling me I can't open it? Allow me to open it! I want to open it! This is one of those, right? Yeah, dead bodies and stuff. Looking for it disappeared from the garden. Could it be in here? I had to check, but I have no idea how to open this thing. Oh, do I have to read this again? No, that's not what I pressed. No. Okay. This thing. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. This looks like an instructional manual. Yes. You offer an eco-friendly, yes. Good things. This is the instructional manual for the fridge. Oh, come on, I know how to operate it now. I read an instructional manual, right? Please? Okay. Fine, I'll return later when I probably figure out how to operate it or have someone else to do it for me. Probably the whole let someone else do it. Well then, it's time to return to the dormitory and enter the second floor of it. I mean, it's about time to enter that area. Been so long. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. This way! No. Oh god. Colliders. They're being weird. Going too fast. This way. Almost there. Nope. This way. Okay. To the Despair Hotel. To the second floor. Whoa. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. Oh! Okay. This is the second floor of the dorms. It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up or something. Oh, it's bigger than I expected. Oh wait, this is the room I can go in. Into the room! Oh dear. I mean, it is decrepit and all, but it still has technically then more decoration than my room. So, I'm jealous. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. I had a medal! I have one medal now. To the bathroom! I opened the door, just a crack, glanced aside and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Oh. Well, I guess I won't have a shower. I really gambled on there being a good shower there. Am I finally allowed? This is a girl's bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. What if there's crucial evidence? My reasoning never helps. What? Fine, I'll go to the boys' bathroom. Maybe I can use the shower. Well, the sink. Oh, wow. This is pristine looking. Holy crap. And there's nothing to look at in this room either. It's just really pretty. And clean. How is that clean? Who's cleaning it? Is that why Kyoko was gone so long? Well, that's a giraffe. Isn't it? Yes. That's odd. Oh. Oh dear. This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for Hope Speak students who came before us. The class before us must have used these lockers, right? And then they, for some reason, bolted up most of them. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Yo, okay, I have a lot of things to click at. I'm gonna take it slowly but surely from one side to the other instead of doing willy-nilly. Okay, I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way to know. But I had a medal! Great! Next, you. One by one. I can't imagine any other way to get in this locker open. I'm not even gonna try, but I'm not even gonna bother to try. Yeah, no words. I wonder if I can open this locker. Yep. Yep, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how we get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card reader for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. I have to use our e-handbook to open those. So does that mean... Well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Well, you say that, but certainly one of us can. Okay, now to slowly but surely go through all of them. I wonder if I can open this locker. Yep, locked. Also a card reader. We can try it. So does that mean... Nope. Next! Same old, same old. Let's give it a try. And, nope. Next. I have learned how to skip the chat. Let's give it a try. And then... No! Okay. Second to last one. Rattle, rattle. Let's go. Let's give it a try. No! There seems to be one left. I wonder if we can open this one. Nope. Fair enough. And then the last one will be this. It's just a mess. Yep. Nope. Doesn't look like I can open any of these. Not yet. Well done. This is kind of brutal. But it has flowers. Well, trees. Knock knock. Of course the principal's room is just filled with drinks. This room doesn't really have... It doesn't feel like a student's room. There's more adult atmosphere. Yes, because they put alcohol right in front.
So,
It's the headmaster's private room. Oh, right, your dad. Wait, Kyoko?
eh,
I've been through this room several times already. I still have one little regret. I decided to check it out one more time. Huh, a regret. Wonder what that is. Well, I'm gonna ignore you and look at everything else in the meantime. A flower? What? No, okay, everything is over here. A chair. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. What do you mean you can't imagine that? I'm using one right... Well, I don't actually... Yeah, it is kind of leather, isn't it? It's comfy, at least. Look. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. And I had a medal! Okay, and the last one would be the computer. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. I'm a great mind. Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
だけど、
That's not much, though. Nothing we don't really already know. Sorry about that, had a coughing fit.
つまり
The ultimate despair isn't some individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sort of people whose driving force comes from despair.
でも
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? I guess that's the best they could do as a complete Kirikiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info I can get on our hands.
そう
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Whoa! Info! Now then, what else is there? Why can't I look at his really nice bed? Or the couch? That's a good couch, it's a huge couch. Tiny table. I can live with that. And secret door. That's a secret door. Huh, there's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something.
それは
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
ええ
There's likely an open space on the other side to this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
ええ
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. You push on it. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
でも
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made of the letter and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
そうね
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I can think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this, I'm annoyed. Jeez. There's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. If Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. Oh, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
Eh?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. A very good reasoning. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try, just to be sure? I mean, it's fine, right? Oh no, that was the very first thing I tried. I would love if that actually was the response. Just, no, I tried that the very first time. It's not that. It probably is though.
さあ
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, do whatever you want. Okay. But... You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
ね
You're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Oh, that's gonna sting in a moment. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password, huh? I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Is this sound just gonna continue? I think it's... yeah, it's looping. It's looping. What? That did it! Kyoko, it worked! Oh, right, yeah, you didn't want that.
どうして？
Why? Why? Kyoko? Not looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko! To the room! Huh. Well, that's a very obvious image in the background and a present. I really hope it's not a depressing present. Hey, Kyoko. May as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. Wrapped in a wrapping paper that can hover over the package itself. It is kind of magical, honestly. And that's what made it so unusual. Well, I'm opening it. Mine! It's a brightly colored box, huh? It seems totally out of place in there. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Shouldn't we open it? I'm kind of getting a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Oh, okay.
苗木くん。
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Uh-huh.
どうやら
If it's what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
とにかく
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna rip it open. Okay, can I guess what's in here? My first thought was just a head, but I feel like that's too obvious at the same time. Could it possibly be? It's a student loan. It's a student loan. That's it. I'm open and find a student loan. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I saw a hesitant glance inside and... It was a student loan. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry, or is it just the headmaster's head? Okay, it was the first guess then, I guess. It's just a casual dead body jammed into this, and the head clearly caved in a bit. Oh, crap. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. Yeah, I mean, they could at least colored the bones a little bit. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Like Kyoko did. Just as I thought. What? What do you mean? I'm gonna look at this picture to annoy you instead. You said just as I thought. I have to find out what you meant by that. Fine. I'll focus on anything else. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones!
違うわ
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically, but a body, yes. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father in a box. Oh. Huh? What about him?
そう
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. The same man she'd been searching for. Now, hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
それは
Given all the information we already have, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. According to the file, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Well, yeah, he was in the school. That's for certain. We have seen this now confirmed.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing games began are those 16 students. I have to say, this game really, really loves to repeat dialogue over and over and over again. It is an incessant flashback scenario in many cases. Sometimes, yes, it helps with, you know, remembering stuff, but when you're doing it back to back, you kind of remember all of this. So then it just feels that it's just too much repeat, honestly. It's a bit of a downside of it. Anyway, Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
つまり
But most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Oh, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, and so she knew it was a possibility. You'd have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present has been added to the truth bullet section of your notebook. Woohoo! Painting. This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. And I'm gonna stare at this picture for a little bit now. Just continuously stare at it. Because that's fun. Also, I really like this. She looks adorable. Look at her. Cute and young. Happy future. With no murder in sight. And then you obviously have when she grows up. The high school and all that, and secondary school and all that murder, and you never know what happens in the future, do you? Wait, is this a picture of... hey, Kyoko! Utter shock. How could you find my baby pictures?
本当に
Well, this is annoying. I came out to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. The braids kind of tipped me off. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time. He must have really cared about her. That and the password. Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself. To cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Probably a lot of them, yes. Photo of Kyoko and the headmaster has been added to the truth bullet section of her handbook. Anything else? A desk. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
ね
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you
え
sure?
だって
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Oh, okay, then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. Why do you start at the top? You start at the bottom, because then you can just pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. You start at the top, you have to pull out, push in. Pull out, push in. It's more work. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh. Is this... a way to open any and all lockers in case of emergencies? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it. It says, in case of emergency. I'd find some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
つまり
A handbook with no limitations given to the school ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what what that is. I think you're probably right.
どうやら
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko,
私は
I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then guess I'll take it.
It's mine now, you can't have it back.
Is it really okay though? Headmaster's e-handbook has been added to the pupil section of handbook.
ね
Listen, Makoto. Uh-huh. Can I ask you a favor? No? Okay, fine. A favor? What is it?
それは
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
ね
could you leave? Okay. I guess you want some time alone with your bone daddy. Uh-huh.
そう
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How we were only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me. Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? No. If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact that what happened and what I went through.
私は
That problem can't be solved so easily. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
とにかく
Once I got myself under control, I returned to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. And I'll see you around, I guess. Well then, is she really okay? It must have been a complete shock after that. I mean, it was a shock to me to find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. So, I complained about the fact that we have a lot of repeat about the same information over and over and over again. I am grateful about this spot though, because we get Alter Ego back for a slight moment until, that. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... And then we have this one again.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them in high school students. You know this already, I told you earlier, remember? And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began, drumroll please, and there's 16 students. Now remember this, stop trying to use this memory!
I believe that's the 5th time we have had that thing reoccur. 15 of us met in the main hall and Mikuro to the mix. Add Mikuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. But still, only 7 bodies are in the morgue. Everyone else is dead. One of these bodies is not dead. One of these people still alive. One of these people's the mastermind. Is at least my theory. Even Mikuro. I just don't know which one. It's either that or this isn't actually the body of Mikuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me? Byakuya? Hiro? Toko? Hina? And Kyoko? Only those 6 people are still alive that we know of. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Anyway, I'm gonna just lock Kyoko inside her. Am I allowed to do that? This computer must belong. No, I'm not. Okay, never mind, Kyoko. I'm not gonna lock you in. Bye. It was a worthy attempt. Now back to the giraffe room. Time to open up all the lockers. Start with you. I wonder if I can open this locker. Okay. So does that mean... well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook. Okay, a bit... no lock. Maybe the owner, which means... wait, but... aha! What about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Oh, come on. I don't think this locker's gonna open. Wait, what? Did I hit the right locker? Okay, I didn't, but I got a medal for that. I took the emergency handbook and ran across the card reader, and... oh, alright. Just what I was hoping for. Now, let's see what we got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. It's just a cheese hat for some reason. Okay, we did it again. I don't see anything that might be a clue. This time it's just a giant duck costume. Again. Oh, what's inside here? Nope. I don't see anything that could be a clue in this one either. And... let's see. A thingamajig. This thing is practically empty. Except for... there's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. There's something writing inside. Could be important. I don't like violating the other owner's privacy, but I better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the mastermind, the headmaster, and my father. Oh, it's Kyoko's. That makes sense. And my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. So this just builds on the fact that we have already had a year of school life in this school. We lost the memories for some reason, something... and now we are living this second version where we don't remember any of our school life. Even though we have been at this school for an extended period of time, and Kyoko has actually managed to bond with her father, kind of. Which kind of makes it worse, unless she managed to regain a memory. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. But I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. That she hadn't seen her dad since she left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. I did the same mistake twice though. And once again, this repeat of the exact same information. There was no distance. I had no way of forgetting what it just said, game. What does it all mean? I scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I've been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my head. It started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, and like the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us. Okay. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. I don't read English. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Okay, so this just once again indicates there are two despairs, or two so-called ultimate despairs. Two people working together to be despair. Maybe. Locker pocketbook has been added to the trophy section of our handbook. Thank you. Now then, to open this one. Beep. Oh, it opened. Wonders. Nothing. And the last one. Come on. Holy crap. This locker is totally disorganized. Wherever it belongs to has probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Gee, I wonder who this could be. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. And to assume whoever stuffed this didn't have to do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk at all. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of uneasiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro Hagakure. Yeah, that was kind of obvious, wasn't it? What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? Or is it the other our Yasuhiro, since we had two of them? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time that the rest of us did. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. Unless, of course, Hiro did mention that he had to stay behind for a few classes. Probably dropped a few grades. So what is this notebook? Nice! Locker notebook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Ball! This is a crystal ball. Huh, a crystal ball. No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. And the last part, this one. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? You're right, of course. But the more I see it, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why the things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belonged to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone. I believe that you all tried to kill me! Wait, no, that's wrong. That's the wrong one. Oh. Oh, I supposedly have all the information now, apparently. I don't think so. I haven't managed to search the body. I want to search the
校
body.
内放送です。お前ら頑張ってる？捜査は順調に進んでるかな？あのね、頑張るお前らに優しい僕からヒントがあるんだよ。
Oh, a hint.
うぷぷ。ヒントが欲しい人は急いで体育館まで来てください。
Make your way to the gym ASAP possible.
What? Now? He wants to give us hints. It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that... He said to go to the gym, right? To the gym! That was easy. Oh, hi, Hiro. Oh, hey, Hiro. Ah, Makoto. Why do you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait! What did Monokuma say? There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in his locker. Well, his potential locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time?
Anyway, Monokuma, let's have another chat.
Oh, animation. It's me and you, Bear. I'm ready to fight you. Fight? Where? I'll win.
僕はモノクマ。
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
The envelope? Oh, that thing. Am I allowed to ignore it and just talk to you instead?
Ready for the final hint? It's in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
Fine. This must be the envelope.
And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
What?
Don't worry, just get on with it.
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph.
Aha! My theory is correct! Woo!
So, at least it looks like everyone had a, for the most part, good school life. What I find very odd here, though, is that there is one person in this picture who is very much different from everyone else. So different, in fact, that their face is hidden. What was her name now again? It was the ultimate fashionista or something like that. Junko! Junko! Junko, why is your face covered? I don't believe it's a good enough reason for him to be an asshole because he's covering your face. No, this has a meaning. There's something about Junko. Junko is also the only person who have died in a way no one else has died. Everyone has been murdered or executed, but Junko actually got killed by the rules. The only one who show that, yes, breaking the rules has punishment. Something's off there. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me, including Mukuro. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Mukuro Iksawa. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mikura here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here post like this is weird enough by itself. Actually, even bigger question is the fact that I'm not there. I just realized that. I'm not even in the picture! Am I taking the picture? Because it looks like Hifumi is actually holding a camera, so I thought that would be the one. But I'm not even there! We're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. Am I blind and not see myself? No, I'm not there. Why am I not there, but talking as if I'm in the picture? And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. Ah, there we go. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. And that's why Yasuhiro had a problem with me, because that's weird. But I guess that makes sense. Overall, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Saika, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. And Junko's face is covered. This is annoying me. It has to have some meaning. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, and the other two pictures I found earlier are real, then could that mean... could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... Yeah, how long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet? You're kinda getting in the way of standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out! But... I told ya, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo has been added to the truthful section of the handbook. Whoa. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. With that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did you put together a fake photo just to confuse me? Is he that good in Photoshop? But it looked so real, so full of life. How would anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear it all up. No, I have to clear all this up. Okay, it's time for the hunt for the people. Yes, I'm relying on the map. No one has. We're going up. I will assume most people are in the higher floors, but I'm still gonna check every single floor one by... aha! Archives! Actually, yeah, that makes sense. He always defaults to the archives. Yeah, my friend! We have to talk! I know I smell horribly still, because, you know, still no shower, but, we have other things to deal with, my friend. Hello! Oh, Byakuya. Oh, he's angry at me. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya? I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! Of course he didn't. He just walked away, didn't he? What the... Why was he acting like that? Has he already seen the hint? He was purposely trying to avoid me. Yeah, now they all suspect me. For the third time! Boy, am I good at being suspected. I guess I'm a suspicious individual. Next floor. Now, anyone here? No. No. Poof. Let's see. Nada. Anywhere now. Is this the last floor? Well, here's a few people. And one of them is in the morgue. Is it Kyoko? No. Oh, Toko. Toko, do you know how to, operate this? Or is it Jill? I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there was her, passed out again. Toko! Ah, right, yeah, she managed to open it. She figured out how to open it. Thank you, Toko. Anyway, I'm doing this before I'm dealing with you. It's open. But Toko. Right, I have to be a responsible person. Fine. Wake up, Genocide Jill. Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? Hi, Jill. Whoa! It's cold. Super cold. It's so cold, I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep. I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered straight upon me. Okay, so why did you pass out? I didn't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What do you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory starts each time you switch. Bingo basingo! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. I don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like a doubled memory. No, it's more like half. Genocide Jack's memory has been added to the truthful section of your handbook. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigation. By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Bye, Jill. Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for that. Well, gee, I wonder if it's this dead body. Very flat dead body. The fridge. It's open. Someone's opened the fridge. But I'm sure they were all shut last time I was in her. That must be why she passed out. I knew it! She faints so easily. Kyoko. It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay? I'm sorry if I made you worry. But no, you don't have to apologize. But listen, how about this room? Oh yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah. I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside a fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. Actually, I remembered something very important now, which was that the main reason Toko came late to the last trial was due to being in the upper floor of the dormitory, where the messages wasn't sent out, or like there were no monitors or cameras there, so she didn't get the message. Yet I was there when Monokuma sent his message. The very message about, hey, I have a hint for you. I assume that is because it is just decided the moment you have gotten or all the evidence that is currently available for you, boom, that thing plays off no matter what. The problem is, the place that I was nearest at the beginning, since I started at the first floor, was the thing I took last, which was an area I wasn't supposed to get access to that information. I believe I kind of, in my own head, broke the game there. Because the logic is off. Because that would explain, I will assume Kyoko hasn't actually been there to get the information either, because Kyoko wouldn't hear the message, being on the second floor of the dormitory. At least, my theories and reasonings. You knew she'd fainted?
Yeah.
I was on my way here when Jen said Jack came running past me. Yeah, that's a good reason to know she's fainted, or sneezed. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear. Yep, well, there we have it.
どうやら
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
とにかく
Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
苗木くん
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
ね
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Yeah, we should investigate the body. How come? Because Mikura's body is in her... Mikura's corpse. Mikura's body is inside the fridge.
なるほどね
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in class trial. The mastermind did it. Because he assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over and over again?
それは
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. But that's right, Coco didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
苗木くん
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I want to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. His tiny bare tail. Okay, so what should I do?
じゃあ
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it. No, not gonna do that. It's a fridge meant to storing dead bodies. I can't do it, I can't look inside. Fine, I'm not bother Kyoko. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. Oh no, she did get information. Huh. That is contradictory to what's been told earlier, in my opinion, but sure, why not? I'll let it slide, I guess. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Why not?
だって
The only reason to give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing. But what's done is done, I guess. Also, me knowing that really helps with the fact that now I know why most people are avoiding me like the plague. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did Mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? No, he did not. But it's still confusing. That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Are you still investigating? Okay, it's just a group picture. Speed! Okay, I guess I'm leaving. No. But I want to leave. I can't leave with things the way they are right now. Fine, I'll look at this. I want to look through this instructional manual. More importantly, tarp. You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Ah, now I'm connecting this bit. Ah, it's the same as the one I found in the garden. Cool shit. If I remember, that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. That's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over here. Tarp has been updated in the true bullet section of the handbook. Is that good enough, Kyoko? Are you done now? Can I do my thing? Yes, left side and right side arms. You've seen the blue lights come on when a slot is occupied. Yes, and now we get to the fact that there's only 7 of them that are filled. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Mukros, there's 9 in all. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, it is 9. Never mind! I can't count! Whoa! But actually, no, that does still add up, though. 9 bodies. But we are 6 people. We're missing 1 for there to be 16. Even still. Is I not? 9. 9 lights. Biolab Labs has been updated into the section of a handbook. Okay, that's all I needed. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Eh.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. Okay? So, did you find anything?
Eh.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death, which would indicate this body has been dead for a while, and then later brought back. Wait, is this the body of Junko? It did have fake nails, which is kind of a Junko thing to have. Interesting. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. The setup means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. He also had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old, which, if it's Junko, would make sense for covered with other wounds, because Junko was pierced with Gungnir, as Monokuma called it, because yes, I remember him calling that Gungnir. Oh, Gungnir. A lot of Norse names, honestly, in this. The only other option in those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
そうかしら。
Why does it say they're old?
だって
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
違うわ。
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they gave.
ね
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
だけど
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they have been there forever. Like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are... But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
じゃあ
But what if Mikuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
少なくとも
Certainly you can't allow it as one of... Certainly you can allow it as one of many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
そう
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
つまり
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Nice! Kyoko's account has been added to the Drupal section of her handbook.
ね
So, if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Okay, tell me more. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mikuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
それは
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did you get that all? Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
ええ
don't forget about Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
そうね
A victim in this case, without a doubt, Mikuro Ikisama. Okay. But it's still... Like, a lot of things at this point is pointing in my head to Junko, or at least the death of Junko, being very significant. Since we had the very first recall of Junko's death, it's completely separated from everywhere else. We went through all the deaths in the list, but that came a bit after we had just image of Junko having been killed. And then we have all the other stuff that happened, and a class photo with Junko's face covered for some reason. It just really makes me wonder, what exactly... There's something up with Junko at this point. Some kind of swapperoo. There's always some kind of shenanigans going around. Update. Moonrake's Saba's profile has been updated in Truthful section of the handbook.
それで
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
じゃあ
And it looks like we have no further business with Mikuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in her. Oh, wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Do you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
なぜ
Sad? Did you forget she was her enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair. But still, she got killed. She's still a victim.
ね
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that. It's really quite appealing. Appalling. Appealing and appalling are very different words. Well, very close words, but very opposite meanings. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. That's nice. With someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
じゃあ
I think we're all done. I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now, I can never do it. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
何
Go ahead then. Add with it. Have you really not seen your dad ever once? Even once since you got her?
え
What?
それは
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the domes? I do, yes. But to get into any of those lockers, you'll need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
なるほどね
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
それで
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
なんで
What makes you say that?
だって
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about Headmaster, about your father.
もしかして
That mean that video is real too. Video?
苗木くん
Doctor, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about?
私は
I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can.
それは
And that won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problems. Open your locker with my own handbook. Yeah, that's true. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker.
苗木くん
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Urgent interviews. Ooh, interesting. DVD. It says class number 78, urgent
そ
interviews.
れは
I found it in the hidden room after you left.
とにかく
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. If you think you'll realize exactly what it means, I think you'll realize exactly what it means. There we go. I understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. Right, I guess that means there's some important clue in this DVD. A new DVD has been added to the Turbo section of Happy. Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Nope, gotta go. Have a DVD to watch. Ramble?
つまり
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answer to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
だけど
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness.
私は
I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. Determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death. I suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
なぜ
So why does it bother me so much to know that he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it. I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said that. Her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still so much to do before I can consider my task complete. You're right.
ね
I'm going to keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whatever that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it is the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
え苗木くん
And if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
じゃあ
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Okay, next room. I believe someone was in the garden. Aha. Yasuhiro, I'm here to scare you. Hi. Hey, Hiro. Ah! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, No! Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran out like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? Why is it so hard to imagine for you, Makoto, that he is afraid of you due to you not being in the image? Let's just confirm he's not in the morgue. Oh, okay. Next floor. Slowly but surely confirm that Hiro isn't in any of the rooms, and then we still have to find Asahina. Down we go. Let's see. No one. Poof. Anyone here? No, Byaku has left. Okay. I didn't want to stay with me. Then the last one is checking this floor and then right into the AV room. Okay, no one here. To the AV room. Hey. It's been a while. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka! It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was. The voice I heard was of a man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man, probably Kyoko's dad, the headmaster.
この面談の様子は録画させてもらうよ。私は不器用なんでね。喋りながら面談の内容を書き留めるなんて器用なことができないんだよ。
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
この映像はある意味契約書代わりだが、君らを信用してないわけじゃない。ただの保険だ。だから気にしないでくれ。では早速本題に入らせてもらうよ。君はこれからの一生をこの学園の中だけで過ごすことになるかもしれない。それを了承してくれるか。
了承すれも何も。
Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to be spending the rest of their life in this school?
わかりました。
What?
そうか。すまんな。
Okay, so whatever the reason we actually got locked into school and well, all that stuff is something we accepted. The killing game is someone taking control over that situation, apparently.
それなら私も全力で君を保護することを約束しよう。希望が峰学園学園長の名にかけてだ。
S7Q. That's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up to now. But this, only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of her. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. So much so that she either planned to get me killed or frame me for murder. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder, yes! So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. I started back to the screen. Is it me now? And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Yeah, the most confusing thing for me now would be myself on the screen. There we go. Huh? What I saw was me, looking very angry, kind of. I had furrowed eyebrows. Impossibly, undeniably me.
凪君、面談を始める前に言っておくが、この面談の様子は録画させてもらうよ。はい。
Me and Headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the Headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
早速本題に入ろうか。凪君、君はこれからの一生をこの学園内だけで過ごすことになるかもしれない。それを了承してくれるか。
This can't be real. I said yes.
すまんな。こんな思いをさせて。だって仕方ないですから。だが君がこの学園にいる限りは私が全力で守ってみせる。希望が峰学園の学園長としてそれだけは約束しよう。
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Kina. Everyone. They all said they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Mukuro? No, Kyoko. That's that. Would love to actually have seen Mukuro though, because I want to know the voice! Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It's just a monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service.
What? It just happened to break just now?
Now, then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. And that's what failure is, right?
What an asshole. Failure in my ass, you got power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. You'd ask them the question and they'd all just say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remember something.
そうよ。
I fainted, too, when I woke up. I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
どうやら
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
ね
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. Does that mean I lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Interview DVD has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook. Have I all the info now?
物事には始まりがあれば必ず終わりがあるのです。そして終わりがあれば新しい始まりもあるのです。明けない夜はないよ。真っ暗な朝だけどね。止まない雨はないよ。干ばつ状態になるけどね。そう、終わりがあるから新しい始まりもあるのです。だからまた会えるよね。だって終わりこそが始まりだから。じゃあ始めましょうか。終わりの学級裁判の始まりだよ。いつもの場所でまた会いましょう。
It's about to begin again. The class trial is about to begin. It's going to start. The final class trial. The very end. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. So, as per usual, I'm gonna end it there then. At this huge cliffhanger. Because then the next stream is gonna be the end. It's gonna be the very end of Danganronpa. The first game at least. So, a lot of theories, a lot of things that is boiling in the head that I'm gonna be processing until the next stream. My current plan is, due to my desperation of figuring out what actually is gonna happen, I really want to stream tomorrow, so I'm gonna be trying that. If it's no stream tomorrow, it's gonna be on Wednesday. So it's either Tuesday or Wednesday with stream. So, with that, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
the day when those house doors are closed. But look forward to another day when those once more